Hey, what's going on? Today's Halo Reach Tips episode is going to be basically just covering some basic active camo tips for you guys, alright? So, boys and girls, let's talk about active camo. Active camo, in my opinion, is one of the most underused abilities. The reason I say this is in Halo Reach, one of the most important things in any battle, especially a DMR fight, is to get the first shot on your enemy. You all know from experience, I'm sure, that when someone gets the first shot on you, it can be very difficult to turn around and actually win that fight. So tip number one, use your active camo at a distance. You want to kind of hold a choke point in the map. Choke point meaning where a lot of enemies are going by, or a route of travel that they go through. I'm not saying camp necessarily, but kind of hold a choke point. Wait for the enemy to get in range. You want to make sure that they can't just run away, but at the same time, you don't want to necessarily wait till they're right up next to you. Okay, so wait for them to get in range and light them up from basically out of nowhere. They have no idea where you're at. Just start shooting them, and you're gonna at least probably get the first 2 shots on them, which means now they need 5 shots to kill you. You only need 3. Plus they've got that element of surprise when you're getting shot. You're like, where's that coming from? So they've got to locate you. So that's one good way to use it. Tip number 2, play with smart teammates who will let you have the sniper if you're any good with it at all, and use the active camo. Let your team know that you're going to go for sniper. You want to get a good position and be cloaked as much as possible. Like, anytime you have camo, use it. That's where, camo is completely a beast. Getting shot by an invisible sniper really sucks. Okay, so anyway, tip number 3, what's the best counter to snipers? Say you're in a spawn trap, you're across the map. Well, obviously being invisible is the best counter to a sniper, because he's not going to, have his reticule on you. The other thing is that the reticule doesn't turn red whenever you're invis, even if they go across you. So this helps out quite a bit. Tip number 4, I hate the radar jammer part of camo, but it does have its uses. You can use it, for example, when you're above an enemy and you want to drop down on him. He won't know from which direction you came in from. A good player is going to notice the radar going crazy and they'll know you there, but the active camo is still really hard to see as long as you don't move fast. I like to use it like at a grab lift or something like that, or around a corner when my team is going to rush in from another flank so that the enemy doesn't have any radar. Tip number 5, use toggle crouch with camo. This makes it not so annoying to move around crouched everywhere and make your thumb hurt like hell, or just, it's annoying to sit there and hold crouch and move a lot. For me, that's why I didn't use the active camo very much for a while. So anyway, I switched to toggle crouch when I use it. It helps out a lot. You're way harder to see, obviously, when you're crouched, and you can also just move really, really slow if you don't want to show up at all, but using toggle crouch makes it easy not to show up, and be visible. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. These are just some basic tips. Nothing too outlandish or anything today, but for those of you who don't use active camo very much, I suggest you try it out. Use some of these tips, and you should be winning some more games in no time. Alright, later.